According to a report, Israel is utilizing artificial intelligence to assist in the selection of bombing targets in Gaza. Greetings, everyone. Today we will be delving into the subject of the Israeli military's utilization of an AI-based tool known as Lavender for the purpose of identifying bombing targets in Gaza. Recently, Plus 972 magazine and local call conducted an investigation which revealed that 6 Israeli intelligence officials involved in this alleged program have stated that the human review of suggested targets was minimal at best. While the Israeli military denies the use of AI in identifying suspected terrorists, they do acknowledge the use of a database to cross-reference intelligence sources. This investigation has emerged amidst growing international scrutiny of Israel's military campaign, particularly following targeted airstrikes that resulted in the unfortunate deaths of foreign aid workers delivering food in the Palestinian enclave. And so, without any further delay, let us begin our discussion. According to an investigation conducted by Plus 972 magazine and local call, 6 Israeli intelligence officials involved in the alleged program claim that the Israeli military has been utilizing artificial intelligence to aid in the identification of bombing targets in Gaza. These officials further allege that the human review of the suggested targets was minimal at best. According to officials interviewed in a comprehensive investigation conducted by a collaborative online publication involving Palestinians and Israelis, the AI-powered tool named Lavender was found to have an error rate of approximately 10%. In response to Plus 972 magazine's report, the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, did not contest the existence of the tool mentioned, but refuted the use of artificial intelligence, AI, in identifying individuals suspected of terrorism. However, in a comprehensive statement, the IDF emphasized that these information systems are merely aids for analysts during the process of identifying targets. They also highlighted Israel's commitment to minimizing harm to civilians as much as possible, taking into account the operational circumstances at the time of the strike. According to the IDF, analysts are required to independently examine and verify that the identified targets align with the definitions outlined in international law and the additional restrictions specified in IDF directives. Nevertheless, a source informed Plus 972 that human personnel often merely acted as a formality for the machine's decisions, dedicating approximately 20 seconds to each target, primarily focusing on confirming their gender before granting authorization for a bombing. Amid growing global attention on Israel's military operations, an inquiry has been launched into the recent airstrikes that resulted in the deaths of humanitarian workers providing aid in the Palestinian territory. The Gaza Ministry of Health reports that over 32,916 individuals have lost their lives due to Israel's blockade, exacerbating a dire humanitarian situation. A staggering 75% of the population in northern Gaza is currently experiencing severe hunger, as highlighted in a report supported by the United Nations. In a previous interview with CNN in January, Yuval Abraham, the author of the investigation, discussed his research on the extensive use of artificial intelligence by the Israeli military to identify targets for assassinations, highlighting the minimal involvement of human supervision in the process. According to a statement from the IDF on Wednesday, the Israeli military does not employ any artificial intelligence system for the identification or prediction of terrorist operatives. However, their analysts utilize a database that serves the purpose of cross-referencing various intelligence sources. This enables them to generate current and comprehensive information on the military members of terrorist organizations. According to the statement from the IDF, human officers are tasked with the verification of targets to ensure that they align with the necessary criteria outlined in international law and the directives of the IDF. This process, as described by Plus 972, involves a thorough assessment to determine if the targets meet the required definitions. Additionally, Plus 972 reported that the Israeli army consistently carried out attacks on targets within their residential dwellings, often during night time when entire families were present. According to the sources, The outcome of the AI program's decisions led to the devastating loss of thousands of Palestinian lives, particularly among women, children, and innocent civilians who were not engaged in the conflict, primarily during the initial weeks of the war. According to the report, which relies on sources, the army has a preference for using dumb bombs, unguided missiles that have the potential to cause significant damage, when targeting alleged junior militants. According to a CNN report from December, it was revealed that close to half of the 29,000 air-to-surface munitions deployed in Gaza during the previous autumn consisted of dumb bombs. This poses a significant risk to civilians, particularly in densely populated areas such as Gaza. As per the IDF's official statement, they refrain from conducting strikes in situations where the potential harm to civilians outweighs the military advantage, and they actively strive to minimize civilian casualties to the best of their ability, given the operational circumstances. The IDF carefully assesses targets and selects appropriate munitions based on operational and humanitarian factors, which include evaluating the target's structural and geographical characteristics, its surrounding environment, potential impact on nearby civilians, critical infrastructure nearby, and other relevant considerations. For quite some time, Israeli officials have maintained the belief that the use of powerful weaponry is indispensable in order to eradicate Hamas, a group responsible for the deaths of over 1,200 individuals in Israel and the abduction of hundreds of hostages on October 7th, which ignited the ongoing conflict. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.